Hi, Patrick. Thanks for doing this for me. So, can you tell me a bit about why you wanted to book the session? Where were you? What was happening for you?
Yeah, sure. So I was in a place beginning of lockdown. I started a course, which is an online course to become a personal trainer. Because obviously I had a lot of free time because most of my work had finished, and it was something that I did throughout school, always wanted to do, but then got sidetracked with like a different career path. But so I started it in will have been like April, May time, start of May. I went to kind of like a fairly good start, but I just noticed because I'd left school like 6 years ago now, 6 months, that I just kind of struggled with like focusing. And obviously it's quite intense and there's a lot of information given and you have to learn a lot of things. I was just kind of like not as much giving up, but it was kind of like going in one ear and coming out the other, and I really struggled with like focusing on the information given, and found myself just kind of like having to repeat and repeat sessions or like the revision notes and all that kind of seminars and stuff, and it just almost got to a point where I was like 4 months, 5 months, well, yeah, about 4 months in, and I should have been a bit more ahead than what I was. And it was just because I was really struggling with not focusing and kind of like procrastinating, if you will, like going over things, like, and yeah, like I said, going in one ear and coming out the other.
Right. So that's why you booked the session. So, how did you expect it to? What were your expectations then?
If I'm actually totally honest, I
Yes,
didn't
I'd rather you
expect
did.
it to work. Not for it
Right.
to not work, but I've seen hypnotherapy happen to other people, and I mean, I just wasn't sure if I would be one of them people that, do you know, I always thought as well.
Everybody thinks that it
Yeah,
won't work on me.
yeah, well, not at all. But I kind of thought, what's the worst that could happen? It's worth giving it a try. You know, I've
Mhm.
you know, I've tried kind of like my own mindfulness, and I do meditate and certain things that I've tried to kind of like help focus and stimulate my brain, but it was just something that I thought it was worth giving it a go, basically. But if I'm honest, I didn't have high expectations
Mm.
of it working for me personally.
Yeah. So you had, was it 2 sessions you had?
Sessions,
Two
yeah.
sessions. And so do you want to talk me through that? How that was, how you found it?
Yeah, so the first session, obviously, because I didn't really know what to expect, I
Mm.
was went into it with an open mind completely, and I noticed instantly after the first session, I didn't feel massively different. I just felt quite happy, or
Mm.
quite I don't know how to explain. I'd maybe say quite excited, just kind of like
Buzzing.
almost, yeah, kind of like buzzing, which is weird to
Mm.
say, but yeah, I just kind of felt like I was a bit more ready to go, kind of thing. Like I
Yeah.
felt like, yeah, just a bit more stimulated, like
Mm.
joyful, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, and from then I left the first session, and definitely noticed a fair difference in, like, I just kind of wanted to get on with my, because at that point I must say I was revising for my first exam,
Mm.
um, or revising for my exam, um, and I kind of just, it got to a point where I was really struggling with the revision, and because it was quite
Mm.
hard, and I kind of avoided doing it, um,
Mm.
in the build up towards coming for the session. Then like the week following the session, I was just kind of like just doing it. I
Mm.
didn't really have that like pre doubts of myself to not do it, so I kind of noticed that, and I was like, oh wait, like I think this has worked, like I'm almost just like doing the work that I wasn't doing before because of I had the session. So I then we booked another session,
Mm.
and because I slightly knew what to expect, I think I was even more um,
Open to it, yeah.
open to it. So I would say, I mean, the second session really kind of definitely more so than the first, like
Mm.
pushed me in the direction of like just no longer feeling the procrastination, like, and I mean that like at all, like I didn't since then. I mean, I think my last session was like 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago now.
Mm.
um and I mean, I have it in my diary that I booked or planned to book this exam a specific exam for the end, the third week in October. Because just at the rate I was going at, that's how much revision I'd need, or time I'd need. And I ended up, like, this past 3 weeks, like I've just found myself like completely in the deep end with my revision, like doing like more than triple the amount I would do in a day and not losing focus, like. And I honestly, it has to be that, because there's nothing else that has changed.
Everybody always looks for some other reason.
Yeah,
Other than the hypnosis.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't, like, it can't be that. Like, maybe I've just, like, it's come in waves and I'm feeling really motivated at the moment. I'm like, since I left the session, I have just got on with my work. Like, and like I was saying, the exam was scheduled for the end of October, and I actually sat it on Monday, just gone yesterday. Wow, feels like. And I passed my exam, which is like, I know. I was like, honestly, like, I can't actually explain how like, this is an exam, like the hardest one on my course, that I've been like really struggling to get to grips with, because it was something, it's like the science side of it, and it's just something that even throughout school it would just never I would never really understand, but I just kind of saw myself taking more time and not being scared of it, kind of just letting my...
We deleted a lot of because you were just basically overthinking, and you didn't see yourself as the person that would be able to do this. So it's just getting that into your head, and then you stop sort of getting in your own way, really.
No, exactly. That's exactly what it was. And I just found myself not doing that at all. Like, I didn't even think about not being able to do it. I just did it, which is something that I've done since I started the course. So yeah, I mean, I smashed the exam a month early, and now I'm on to finish the whole course, like, way sooner than I even thought was possible, just because. And I mean, I guess it has to be because of this. I still don't believe
anything else you did. Literally all my clients say that. They're like, I once had a lady come to me, and she had a weight loss session, and I bumped into her about a week later. This is years ago when I did weight loss, and I said, "Oh, did it work for you?" And she said, "No, I don't think so." So I said, "Oh, have you not lost any weight?" She went, "Oh, I've lost half a stone." So I was like, "Oh, what was it?" She was like, "Well, I just haven't felt like eating the way I used to. I've just felt like exercise." It's like,
that's why. That's literally me. That's exactly. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess it has to be that, because I've not changed anything else, and here I am passing my exam a month early. So
yeah, it is weird, because you just feel like doing the thing. When before you didn't feel like doing it, and then all of a sudden you feel like doing it, and it's like, why couldn't I have done that for myself?
No, exactly.
It is. It's strange, but it's good.
I remember another thing from this session that we said. I with like the affirmations, and I found myself like just getting into the habit, or like it would honestly be like within the split second of me waking up, I'm already like saying. And there was one that really stuck out, and it was like, I'm capable. And it was just something that I'd say before I even touch my phone, almost before I even wake up. Like,
before you open your eyes.
I've not opened my eyes, I've not rolled, I've not done anything. I just kind of say it a few times in my head, and it already sparks, I guess,
the rest
to just get up and get on with
it.
Which is I'm one of them people that does kind of have like, I say things a lot in my head about certain things, like I'm grateful for this, and do you know what I mean? I've always been that kind of person. So,
but you're an overthinker as well, aren't you? And with a bit of anxiety in that. I think when people are anxious, as they wake up on a morning, default is to start thinking, oh God, what have I got to do today? What have I got to do this week? What's coming? Like all the terrible things. And that's where the anxiety starts coming in. Have you noticed that you're less anxious?
So much less anxious. And also because I felt like at this period in my life, like the only thing that was really like fueling my anxiety was lacking in my course. So now, because I'm actually like doing so well in it, I just don't feel like my anxiety is almost like not present currently. Not on like a level where it's like, it's affecting me, because I just like, honestly, I just wake up and I have my affirmation. I say that I'm grateful, and I get up and I see myself doing it, and doing it sooner than I planned. And I just don't feel like my anxiety is almost gone because of it. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm doing well and doing it quicker than I ever thought I would. So yeah, I would say that because of it, I don't actually feel any anxiety towards anything at the minute.
Cool. So would you recommend it to anybody?
I would not have maybe recommended it 3 months ago, but now I would honestly recommend it massively. I almost feel like I want to keep going with it and just kind of like really stick it in my brain, and if for future exams, and obviously when I start becoming a qualified personal trainer, that's quite a nerve-wracking, it's quite a big field to go into and a lot of responsibility. So I feel like it would be even beneficial for me to keep at it with things, keep at it with, for future things. So
and some people sort of, once they get so far, then they see that they want to go even further with it. Like, actually, if it can work for this, now I want to do this.
Well,
and
that's what I'm thinking already. I'm like, okay, well, this, or
it just literally just implants the new behaviors and the new mindset in your head, doesn't it? And you just wake up like, oh my God, I'm a machine.
I'm literally just doing the things that I doubted or wouldn't do for so long.
Yeah, cool. Good. Thank you for that.